So this is a video of a small rotator cuff injury in which we are doing a repair in a lateral position. So this is a very simple case and we'll just tell you some tips and tricks how to do it. So this is a small tear, and this is less than about 1 to 1.5 to 2 centimeters, and we'll repair it up with a single anchor. We'll use a spinal needle to see the trajectory of the anchor, and we are using an intraline anchor in this particular case, and we make a pilot hole for this type of procedure, and we make a pilot hole and now we are inserting it. We usually insert the anchor at the center of the footprint. So in this particular case we are doing a single row repair and we are inserting the anchor at the center of the footprint. We will see the reducibility of the tear with the arthroscopic grasper, and then we will insert the anchor at the footprint. So this is an intraline anchor, this is a peak anchor from Stryker. It's a double loaded anchor with a very good pull out strength. It has two force fiber sutures, and in this particular case we are doing a repair in a Mason-Allen fashion. So if you want to do a single row repair, the best technique is to follow a Mason-Allen repair. Now what is Mason-Allen? Mason-Allen is nothing but you need to pass 3 out of 4 these suture limbs. One of the suture, that is the green suture, is passed on the anterior and the posterior aspect in a mattress fashion. The second suture, that is the blue and the white suture in this particular case, will be passed as a simple suture, and this has to be passed more proximal to the suture that you want to do a mattress. So this will be a simple suture and this will be a more proximal suture which grabs more of the tendon tissue, and this will be tied as a single or a simple repair. This will not be a mattress suture. So one of the limb of the anchor will be through the anchor itself. The green suture will be used as a mattress suture. So this will pass the third time. So we'll just use this third suture, grab it, take it out. In this particular case, we are using a anti-grid self-retrieving suture passing device, and you can use whatever suture device which is available to you. You can use also a retrograde suture passing devices, but in this particular, these kind of simple cases, these simple devices works well. And we need to tie the mattress suture first, because that will actually close the tissue onto the footprint. And once you tie the mattress tissue, we usually use a SMC knot. In this particular case, we tie the soft tissue nicely in this particular fashion, and we just cut this green tissue. Usually it is a simple SMC knot followed by 3 alternating half hitches, and once we do it, we just need to cut the fibers and then we need to tie the sutures back. So what you need to do is tie both the simple sutures. We'll tie this is the simple suture, blue suture, which is through the tissue, which is taken out, and then we'll take the suture limb from the rotator cuff anchor, so from the interline anchor, and this is a simple suture. We usually try to keep the tissue side as the post, and we'll tie a regular simple knot in this particular case, and this is like in a crisscross fashion, the mattress suture, and over the mattress suture we'll tie a simple suture, and this is a Mason-Allen type of repair with very good pull out strength. So in this kind of a simple sort of a small rotator cuff tears, you need not to do a double row repair. A simple single row repair is worthwhile. If needed, you can make small pricks like a crimson dewey, which is explained by Steve Snyder, or you can use a small K-wire to drill some holes to increase the bleeding surface from the footprint. That is optional, and once you do that, you can just move a little range of motion, internal rotation and external rotation, to see if there is a nice repair. In this particular case, there was a very nice repair and the rotator cuff was nicely repaired, and these patients can be started with rehabilitation pretty soon. So it's a very good repair. Thank you.